Hello, travelers. Welcome to the realms of Ravenloft, as brought to you by the College Gamers. So, let's begin this. It is fall in the time of the lands of Corrin. Festivals are going on, people are celebrating, children run around playing with their toys and their spices, and there's gallivanting. There's like ceremonies. It's kind of like, the Viking version of Halloween. Kind of like that, mixed with De Los Muertos. Children are running around in villages, playing toys, playing ghosts, telling demon stories, playing with Ouija boards, all the good stuff. Adults are getting drunk and celebrating the harvest. And one particular day, a village in the Bristol Commonwealth, it's the fall festival, and a mist starts to settle across the land, the village. And this mist closes in around a tavern of celebrating adventurers of all races and species, intermingling and doing their business. That's where we come to our adventurers. Who are you guys?
I am Zanelor, a swashbuckler rogue and hexblade warlock.
All right.
I am Baz. I was once an elf until I was experimented on, and I'm a Oathbreaker paladin and that's a hexblade warlock, multi-class.
All right. As you're drinking, you're surrounded by dwarves, kobolds, elves, dragonborn, all sorts of species, and it's pretty peaceful for what considering what this world is going through right now. The world's in the middle of a massive war between pretty much the Horde and the Alliance from World of Warcraft, if you get that reference. A war is going on that's plaguing the realms. But, this little small, secluded northern village, things are pretty peaceful. And as the mist is starting to devour everything around it, and you're stuck in this tavern, what do you want to do?
Well,
Let's look around the tavern.
You look around the tavern, you see a group of dwarves getting drunk and getting into a debate with a kobold about which religion is better, the religion of the seven gods. There's debates amongst which nation is superior, who has the better swords, who has the most badass tattoos, who has the biggest kill. You literally see a dwarf bounty hunter showing dragon skulls to a little
Jeez.
kobold.
That's sad. The kobold's friends are dead.
well, I will head over to the bar area and I guess join in on the festivities and try and observe gossip. See
Roll me investigation.
I don't know if you mind. I use.
That's fine. As long as there's a percentage, there's a system of failure, success and failure.
If you want, you
Intelligence,
use
you said?
the set.
Perception.
Perception.
I
That would
see them back.
be 21.
You realize that the locals are talking about how a local cult has been active in the forest lately, and there's been rumors of disappearing children.
Okay, that's kind of sus.
Interesting.
As the night goes on, you fall asleep. Do you drink? I assume. Do you drink?
I'll engage in drinking. I'll try and, I guess, make friends.
Roll me endurance.
Endurance, would that be con?
Yeah.
18.
You handle it like a pro. You go to sleep without much damage. Ethan, you roll me.
What if I don't want to drink alcohol?
Okay, whatever. So, let's just say the night goes by, and you wake up to the sounds of loud screaming and blood-ringing cries.
Can I roll perception to see where these cries are coming from?
Yes.
Where's my perception? Just want to check.
I'll try my best to start.
Alright, my perception's a minus 1. Let's go. Wait, okay, that's not 20, surprisingly.
You hear
Oh,
directly
minus 1.
below you, and with your weird mutant powers, you
Mhm.
discover the sound of hissing, abyssal sounds.
Uh-oh.
And you look down for a small little, the room you're in is terrible, and the boards are cracked all over the place. You see what appears to be hordes of bats and small vampire blood fiends breaking into the tavern and attacking the locals.
Fun.
Think like vampire blood spawn, like minion vampires.
Okay.
as in drones for the larger Camarilla.
Okay. Guess I'll attempt to start getting my gear on. Obviously,
Yeah.
I might need to fight.
I was gonna do the same as him.
All right. There, as you get ready, you get all your gear. You come down, and most of the vampires have left, and they're dragging the children, the people, out into the night, into the mist. But you do realize two of them are still in the area, sniffing around for any potential blood sacrifices to their dark gods. What do you do?
Well, being a warlock of the Raven Queen, I cannot allow undead to live.
You have roll me stealth,
Stealth
and you have an advantage of 3 because you're on the upper platform.
advantage.
Advantage of 3.
Do you want me to roll 2 since I'm with him?
Yeah,
So
sure.
that'd be rolling at advantage of 3.
Yeah.
11,
What'd you get?
5, 17 minus 2, so 15 is my
25.
highest.
Yeah, they don't see you at all. And these are like, you know, the equivalent of like a jackal from Halo.
Oh yeah.
These are what these
Just
guys are.
small, lanky.
Little like, they have pointed ears. They're gray. They're pale. These are just like drones for the hive. They're little more than zombies.
Well, then I will approach stealth. And can I try and look around, make sure there aren't like, if we attack them,
There's no one left. There's a bartender behind the back, and he has a shotgun loaded with him.
Okay.
It's holding against his head just in case he doesn't want to be taken.
And
It's a little gnome, by the way.
I'll use Eldritch Blast and try and fire on, I'd say, the left one.
All right, go roll for it.
Give me this. I'm trying to look for some spells.
That would be. Would it be 18?
That hits.
Yeah.
Roll me damage. These things have a. They're
I think it's charisma, so that'd be 14 damage. Force damage.
You incinerate it in one gallop.
Okay.
Like I said, these things are like cannon fodder. The last one turns you.
Alright.
And a
Can I
long
try-
snake tongue comes out of it.
Can I cast Secret Flame on it?
Yes, go ahead.
Alright, my spell save DC is 8.
You're able to sneak up on it.
It's a save though, dex save.
All right.
Trying to figure out my spell save.
Can I borrow one of these?
You can roll the one has rolled
Spell
lower than
save?
the other one, but yeah, it'll be 8 plus proficiency,
one?
I think, plus charisma. My charisma is plus 3, so 3, 6.
Oh, I fail completely.
Alright, perfect.
Sacred Flame.
So they get about 14 and otherwise they do damage. What's the damage? It's 1d8. Let's see, fifth level increases 2d8 radiant.
So I got 1, 14. 2 of those succeed.
Alright. Actually, what's their range? It's all
60 feet.
No, like the actual. There's a good splash zone for each of these spells.
2 of those succeed. And roll me damage, kid.
That is a 1. That is a 3. That's 4 radiant damage.
You singe it a bit. It falls back, hissing in its language, calling in reinforcements. The little gnome jumps up. What you doing here? It's like a little halfling holding a shotgun. You have something to do with this. Do you have something to do with this?
No. I was simply here enjoying the festivities and woke up to all this.
It's those
Chaos.
damn kids and their Ouija boards these days.
People don't respect powers that are above them. I agree.
Yeah.
Especially kids.
What it would get. No one ever listens to the atheist. All right, we need to get out of here.
I agree.
Follow me
Yes.
down to the cellar. There's a back door that way.
Let's go.
You go out the back cellar, and you come out, and you're not in Kansas anymore. You're not in Corn anymore. You're surrounded by black mist, flying clouds of bats as far as the eye can see. A large black reddish moon, and no stars. You hear nothing but loud screams. And the sounds of shrieking demonic vampires. and some other foul creatures might. What do you want to do?
Where are we?
We should probably investigate our general surroundings. And I assume does the gnome with us?
Yes.
Does he know?
Did
Does he
you-
know this place?
I have no idea where we are.
Must be that strange mist.
Interesting. Yeah. Can I make a perception check to try and... Maybe there's shelter in the area.
Can I-
There's a local library.
Okay. Can I help? Oh, I didn't need to roll.
Let's head over there for you. Put on my head.
Yes.
Roll me stealth. The avenue is full of vampires and bats and other strange tentacled creatures.
0. I have a minus
You
2
make it
stealth.
through.
What do you minus?
Armor minus 2 penalty.
Oh,
Stealth.
yeah. Oh, wait, then I'd have disadvantage.
You roll it.
That's worse. That'd be 16.
So 2 swarms of bats coming towards you guys. Let's roll initiative.
Alright.
Finally, come on, my favorite part of the game.
6.
11.
It's gonna be 0.
19.
9.
So 11, 9.
19. 6.
11.
I rolled 9.
Alright. First up, my swarm is going to come at the local rogue. That fails.
Alright.
You're up.
Well, the swarm is coming at me. I'll try and engage it.
These aren't even exactly bats. They look like a weird mix of a snake and a bat.
Okay, that's weird.
I'll try and use my long sword, and try and swat them out of the air. That'd be... Probably won't hit.
What'd you get?
10.
That does not hit. Up next.
Alright, how many is there bats close to me in all melee range, or are they all far away from me?
They're flying down from like 10 feet in the air towards you.
10 feet, so they're 10 feet away, so I cannot hit them with a long sword. Okay.
Now you could take or find these bastards.
I can also Villager's Rest. Well, actually, there are other cantrips as well.
Fun so far?
Yeah, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my first time playing a modern game, so I'm just trying to figure out how we run stuff. I'm trying to figure out.
Meanwhile, the little hobbit is firing a shotgun off. And some little snake leech things grab onto him and start biting him,
Ooh.
sucking his blood. You can't do better than that! I did tranquilizers in college!
Good on bro, if you didn't do the Navy.
Give me a second, I'm trying to find out. Oh, it's Eldritch Blast.
It's 1d10.
1d10, then it's right as one target.
Roll.
The hit. Will be great. Charisma plus my proficiency will be plus 6. 11 plus 6. That's 17.
That hits.
1d10. 9.
9. Wait, no, that's 6.
Is
The bottom thing.
Yeah, like that are.
You blow up half of the swarm,
Mhm.
and they still coming towards you.
Uh-oh.
The last pack is going to go for Ethan. That fails.
What would you roll?
7.
Oh, that would have. Yeah.
Back to the top of the round. My swarm is going to go for Ethan. That fails. Wow, critical fail.
The funny thing is, I'm a paladin, so I have like what's it called? A really heavy plate armor for 3. That's
Your
like
light
16.
is fending them off.
Yes. It's kind of funny because I'm an Outbreaker paladin.
You're up, dude.
Well, I'll attempt to Eldritch Blast the swarm that's around Ethan. That would be 12.
That hits.
Alright. 10 damage.
It's all dead. You incinerate them.
Yee.
Alright.
The last pack is going to once again go for it. No, you're up, Ethan.
Oh, I'm up? Is it right next to me by any chance?
Yes, it
Near
is.
range? Can I pull up my longsword and try hitting it with it?
Sure.
I mean, this longsword is I have what's it called, the Hexblade, so I have that effect on it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I rolled a 4 plus 6, that's a 10.
That does not quite hit. That's barely, doesn't even hit. The swarm is going to talk. Ethan, let's see. 11, does that hit?
I have a 16 AC.
No, that does not work.
I've heavy on. So
You're up next.
I'll try and good old Eldritch Blast. I think that hits. That's just a nat 13.
That hits. Blast these bastards.
Destroy the
9 damage.
That.
Hmm.
Yeah, you blow up most of them, and there's like 4 or 5 left.
Okay.
It's weird. They seem to be like working and swimming and working with the air currents as their one organism.
That's weird.
You're up
Is
next.
there
Ethan, you're up next.
how many are alive in the general area?
Just 5 little one, like,
Alright.
and these things are probably the size of a bird, a crow.
Are they right next to me again?
Yes.
Alright. Let's try meleeing them. Whoa. That is a 10 with a
Yeah.
+6 modifier. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you hit them.
I think I'm holding my sword in 2 hands by this point, so it'll be
All right.
D10.
Roll me damage.
Where's the D10? There it is. That is 0, should be a 10 on the D10, if I'm correct. Plus.
Yeah, you slashed
6.
them into bits.
Yeah, that's a 16 damage.
Congratulations, you survived. And the dwarf, not dwarf, the little halfling is bleeding, but he's yanked him off his skin. He's bleeding profusely.
Ooh.
Let's get the library.
Yes.
Do you need any medical help, halfling guy?
I got some stuff. Sonny, I'm so drunk I don't even give a shit right now.
Okay.
Alright. Fair enough.
You make it to the library, and you notice a large group of the patrons from the bar hold up there and are barricading the way in. And the village is guarded. This is Bristol, so it's not human. So you burst in the library, and the last remaining town's guard and adventurers have formed a militia, and they're firing their muskets at the local vampires and bats swarming the library, blasting them out of the sky. There's blood everywhere, but you make it in, and coming down the stairs is a strangely attractive half-elven wizardess. Roll me a perception.
Perception, that's my
10.
12.
You notice she's a priestess of the Seven, which is the main religion of the Bristol Commonwealth. Think the 9 divines.
Yeah. Okay.
You can tell she's also a mage. Something about her seems interesting, and like you've seen her before, but you don't know why. She comes up to you. Talon, you're alive, and who are your guests here?
I'm Zanor.
Ethan.
I'm Baz.
Welcome. It appears we are no longer in our dimension or our realms of time and space. This happens often in this realm of Corn. Entire villages get sucked up into the mist and wind up in this disgusting undead realm.
Interesting. Well, is there any way out that you know?
I could open a portal. For us that could transport us to the nearest way shrine.
That could be helpful. Can we bring the others with us?
Yes.
Okay.
But I have no idea what the way shrine will lead. These temples that you see, the temples that our libraries and churches are built upon this part of the world, they're built on ancient elven ruins that somehow still work in this realm.
Okay. That's interesting.
But, so I take you guys go down the Wayshire?
Let's go there. Actually, before we go there, can we look at any of the dead bat snake things and see what kind of maybe possible creature type they are?
Sure. Roll perception.
I don't know. Not on D20. 12. I have a -1, so.
They're fleshy.
Alright.
They're definitely not abyssal or demonic.
Alright.
But it's like it feels like they were genetically engineered.
Kind of like what I did to myself.
Made these things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't made by science. At least not magical. It seems to be a strange bastardization of alchemy, genetic engineering, and disgusting acts of necromancy.
Okay.
Do you go for the way shrine?
Let's go there right now.
As you get into it, the doors break down, and hordes of these swarms are attacking the villagers.
Uh-oh.
A few of them die, but most of them make it through the way shrine. You pass the way shrine, all of you, and you find yourselves in a small hamlet, a dark gray village, surrounded by mist and gray and dreary-looking people. Most of the people around you look like the hunchback creatures from the Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
But you do see a few smattering of dragonborn, tieflings. Time works differently in this realm. Time works very differently.
Well, now that we're here, we can maybe try and look around the place, see what this place has to offer.
All right, you walk up, and you walk up to a small sort of board that's addressed for newcomers. Welcome to Ravenloft. You're stuck here. You're gonna lose your sanity. You're gonna lose your soul. That's just another day. You learn to live with it, is what it says.
Fun.
And a small little gnome walks up to you. He's covered in ash and gray and soot. You boys want some whiskey now? You want a drink?
Are you the one from the bar from before?
Sonny, I've been stuck here for 300 years.
Sure, I'll take some.
Roll me dexterity.
Save or check?
Check. Save.
Save. 14.
You get a little hammered, but you're able to keep your cool for the most part. You've traveled throughout most of the realms and drunk several times. You have a pretty good constitution.
Okay.
Follow me. You walk down the village, see the villagers pass you by, just glaring at you with deadless looks. But then you hear a loud screech, and you see a group of what appears to be guards in the blackest armor you can imagine. The most darkest, foulest looking skeletal armor you can imagine, dragging out a small family of gnomes from their mother. They're conscripting again, sending them off to the Baron.
Who is this Baron?
Velklas. He's a local vampire lord. Runs this hamlet. He's not really a lord, he's just a baron. He's not even a lord at this point. He's a subordinate to and a bitch to the upper commander. He runs this little hamlet, and he likes to have his food and drink every other night.
Uh-oh, do we stop the guards, or do we not, is the question.
Well, I'd love to stop the guards, but I feel like drawing too much attention to ourselves.
It's a bad idea.
The gnomes cry, and these guards, who appear to also be vampires, by the way.
Yeah.
You get that sense of
I'll
it.
have to hold my disgust for them to ensure.
Wait a second.
It's always better to live to fight another day.
I have an idea. I channel divinity.
Channel divinity?
No, I don't have that one. I have control undead.
Good.
As an action, paladin targets one undead creature. He or she can see within 20 feet of him or her. The target must make a wisdom save throw. On a fail save, the target must obey the paladin's command for the next 24 hours.
Do you want to try it?
You cannot use this channel divinity option as an undead. Just challenging is equal to or greater than the paladin's.
You're more powerful than these guys. These are just grunts in an army. A militia at best.
So they're not like the superhuman.
They're not like knights. They're not even knights or Templars. These are like the equivalent of like sergeants in a militia from where you come from.
Well, it might be easy to beat them. It might be a bad idea and lead to consequences.
Hey, want a free vampire pet? Alright, do you want to try controlling all of them with the channel divinity control undead? Would that be a good idea, do you think?
It's up to you.
Maybe.
How many are there is the question?
3. As long as
3, but you look above and you see.
What are that things?
No, in the distance, it's kind of like when in the real world when a fire team is handling a situation, they'll have air support. In the distance, you can see what looks like to be a Nazgul from Lord of the Rings hovering over the village, ridden by one of its riders.
So if we do something to these people, they're obviously going to try and get more. Or it could attack us, and we can't do much about something in the air.
I mean, we have Eldritch Blast. It's a 120-foot range.
Yeah, but this thing is like the size of a rhino in the air. A small car.
I think we should lay low. But
Yeah.
if you really want to do this, I will follow you.
It's
Yeah,
pretty much a
that's-
winged serpent.
We should probably lay low.
Okay.
I just wanted to be able to I could control them if we
The,
needed to.
the loud cries are ignored and people go about their day.
Hmm.
Well, you get used to that.
How often does that happen?
Twice a month.
Oh,
No. I guess
Some of them
I-
get to live on and they're turning other vampires and they get to join the Dark Lord's army. I lost my sister like that a couple years ago.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I lost my dog. I cared more about my dog than my damn sister.
Well then, let's carry on.
Yes.
All right, he leads you to the tavern, a new tavern. All right, you lots. Here's the option. You lots are stuck here with the rest of us. No one can leave this village, this little domain, without the approval of the local baron. And it's very rare he gives that. So you're stuck here, working in the mines, harvesting the ether for the Dark Lord's armies.
The ether.
Dark energy that flows in this realm, magical energy.
What
It
can
does.
be done with it?
It's okay. Out of game, it's pretty much nuclear power, like harvesting radiation.
Okay, thank you.
If you don't die from the radiation, then you get taken off and become a vampire, or you get fed upon.
Oh,
So, yeah, welcome to your new life.
fun.
But then you hear a loud voice calling out to him. Oi! We're not stuck here. Looking to your right, in the far corner of the bar, is a tiefling with a broad-rimmed hat. The gnome, get out of here, you heretic! Last time you were here about nothing but ruin to us all.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
I am Tyrus Mathai, head of the Order of the Red Rose. We are hunters of demons and vampires, and we wage war against the forces of darkness every day, and we've been doing it for hundreds of years. He's a heretic. Don't listen to him. He'll get you all killed,
He's gotten other people killed?
Like who? Yeah.
or they disappear. Who knows? But out there, there's nothing but uncertainty. At least here, you have certainty.
I don't like the certainty in here though.
Would you rather exist or die in a terrible, oblivious war? A war of oblivion.
I'll take my odds with the war.
Yeah, war sounds fun.
Good. He throws a piece of gold to the local dragonborn bartender.
Okay.
He takes you downstairs,
Mhm.
and you enter a sacred place.
Ooh.
A chapel of some sorts.
Underground chapel. Okay.
Not dedicated to evil, but dedicated to the gods of order, the seven divines, the dragon gods. It's pretty much a shrine to all the gods of good and order in the multiverse.
So it's like a resistance area.
And you see acolytes in the same sort of vampire hunting sort of motif look that he has. They look like vampire hunters. They really look like inquisitors from Dragon Age.
Okay.
These are the hunters of darkness in this realm. They're waging a holy war against the force of darkness and everyone they perceive to be aligned with them. What do you want to do?
Well, I'll look to the tiefling and say, which one of these is the leader?
Me, boy.
You're the leader?
Yes, I am.
Are there more areas like this, or is this wrong?
We have hideouts throughout the entire Ravenloft, but communication can be kind of faulty at times. When you're living in a spaceless, timeless realm such as this.
Well, what's your game plan? Take down the Baron?
Yes, we take out the Baron, we create chaos. If you remove him from power, all the magical wards disappear, and people will be able to govern themselves. At the very least, we could evacuate most of the villages here to a safe port, a safe city, before the Dark Lord send a replacement for him.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. I think I can work with that.
Yeah. How would he kill him though?
He's held up in his palace most of the days. But he does routinely come down every other Saturday, his holy day, into the village and performs a ceremony of dominance over the locals.
What is the ceremony like?
He takes the youngest child, kills it, and turns into a vampire.
Interesting. Well, that's a perfect opportunity to potentially
Assassinate a vampire lord. I like the way you think, boy. He's okay with like, boy, right?
Yeah,
This guy's like hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
fair enough.
You. I like your armor. You look like you know how to fight.
Yep.
How many vampires you boys slain?
I mean, do you count those bat snakes as vampires?
Eh, bastardized offshoots.
I kill a few of those, but I don't know. I haven't been here for like over a day yet.
I'm experienced in killing undead.
Alright. Let's set it up. Here's the plan. We create a mine of some sort. An explosive force. Made of nothing but pure holy water.
Do we have a way to turn water holy?
I happen to be a cleric of the Seven.
Excellent.
I was a priest back in the day, before my chapel got sucked up and I abandoned all my vows and oaths. Now I just do the simple thing and I help people in this dark abyss. Still being a priest in a sense, but not so much a preachy little jackass
Yeah.
like I was in the last life.
And that can work. We can make holy water.
I still have the magic.
And then we just need to make a mechanism that activates. Is there an area he usually does this ceremony that we can potentially rig?
The temple, the sacrificial altar in the middle of town.
Okay.
It looks similar to a gallows, mixed in with a table. He eats the child upon.
Oh no, not the
We could
child.
attempt to make a smoke bomb, but instead of it's watery mist from our
We could do that, but you're gonna have to make a deal with the local mechanist if you want the parts.
Who is this mechanist?
He's a little gnome by the name of Trilly.
Have you attempted to talk to him before?
Because of me, his daughter's dead. He refuses to talk to me.
Well, I guess we can go to him, try and convince him.
Alright, you wanna do that?
Yeah.
Alright. You walk up to the top of the village, and you make it to the local mechanicist. You enter his room, it's full of his shop. It's full of alchemy, potions, mechanisms, magitech.
Wait a second. Is he the one who made the bats? Snakes?
No, that was unholy. No, this is a guy more of a mechanical engineer. The guy.
Oh.
He works more in engineering than
Right.
genetic
Okay.
manipulation.
He comes up to you. Hey, what do you want, you filthy bastards? Can't you see I've done enough with your outsiders for once in my life?
I simply come with you with a request to help us make a mechanism, a smoke bomb made.
Roll me persuasion.
Who has the higher persuasion on both of us?
Oh, that's probably not going to be good. That's a 10.
What race are you again?
Half elf.
I don't like you elves. I don't like you elves. I don't like that because of your elves. You could try as well.
I will have a +6 in persuasion, but it's probably a little low. Well, that's 19 plus 6.
You seem like a true champion of the people. Here's the explosives.
Alright. Do I should put that in my inventory? Should I,
Put it into your inventory.
Yeah, explosive parts.
Is this going back good, by the way, by any chance?
Go pretty good.
Yeah. Look, you can play D&D with two people.
Yeah.
You can make it work. You can make it work.
Yeah.
You make it
I'm just having a little bit more
sometimes.
time trying to figure out how I'm going to roleplay my character with this.
I mean, how you have like more than two, but you can easily play two players.
Yeah.
So, you go back to the chapel, but as you look, a crowd has surrounded it.
Uh-oh. What is this crowd made out of?
Mostly villagers.
What are they up to?
They don't want another war. They don't want another instant death. And they're trying to kill the order. They're tired of fighting a war that never ends.
We'll try and... I assume they're surrounding everything.
With pitchforks, knives, and torches. Frankenstein.
I'll try and get through them, get to the front
Roll me
door.
strength.
Okay.
Both of you roll me strength.
Wait, is save or just try? It's a 14. Actually, it was hard for me. And that's an 8. It didn't roll high.
At 14.
You make it through. You get surrounded by them,
Hmm.
and they're beating on your armor.
All right, let's see. PHP. I have so many piles of books, and starting shooting for spells. This is a type of class I don't very often play. So, give me a second to find the fun spell. Alright, it's an A.
Read and try to attack them.
We don't want the funny tentacle
on.
monster to eat them.
So I'm just gonna kind of stand by, guys. Stop. Stop.
Roll me persuasion.
15.
That succeeds.
All right, we'll let him go. You're out to pay us back.
What way?
There's a local group of witches in the far Black Woods that have been stealing our children from us. Yes, we keep losing our children to dark forces. We know we're bad parents. We get it.
How many kids are lost per week on average? And how many are
Oh,
per
about
week?
12.
And how many have been born this week?
20.
Oh,
There's like 1,000 people in this village.
oh okay.
It's like a small baron. It's not just this village. There's like 4 other villages tied to this barony.
Well then, what do you want us to kill them for you?
They're poisoning our waters, killing our livestock. They serve the crow goddess, Fae, which is pretty much a god of necromancy and death.
Can we get more information from a history check?
Sure.
You want me to reroll it?
6 and then a lie.
This. 19.
These witches are even known in Corin. There's even, from what you can gather,
These are the same witches you were hearing about the night before you were sucked into Ravenloft. They appear to be an interdimensional coven of necromantic hags with some demonic elements that prolong their life and the life of their magic by drawing the life force of others, primarily children.
Okay, that's
and livestock.
Well, let's go handle them.
Let's go destroy them.
All right. You make it into the dark forest, and there's fog all around you, dead bodies. The woods don't have any leaves. There's no rustle of wildlife. And what wildlife you do see seems to be a strange mockery and undead bastardization of the life from Corin. More of that necromantic stuff we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, the weird message stuff.
Like you see rabbits, they're like all skin that are like almost skeletal, but they have like a thin layer of black skin around them. And you see dire wolves feasting upon the bodies of elk. So, as you make it to the coven, it's a shack surrounded by woods on all sides. It's in the center of the forest, and there's laughter and fire, green fire coming out of the smokestack.
Okay, this is probably the hags.
They don't see you. They're too drunk on their rituals to notice you. They do have a weakness to fire.
Are you capable of casting the sacred flame light fires?
So, no, it's radiant damage, doesn't like fire.
Well, can I know what packs do I have? Most packs, I think, come with tinder boxes, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll use my tinder box and maybe try and start
Roll
a
me
fire.
stealth.
Roll stealth.
What's that spell?
21.
They succeed. You set the fire.
Okay.
You light it up.
Yep.
You light it up. You hear this loud screeching and screaming, and the entire thing incinerates in a massive explosion of green fire.
No.
You hear loud screaming. You just see a few crows fly out of the shack before it blows up, and they glare at you.
Gross.
It's ain't over. Have blood. So you took out most of them and you disrupt their ritual.
Hmm.
Do you return back?
Sure.
Maybe we should finish them off.
You get done?
No, they're out of there. They're out of there.
Alright.
You make it back. Well done.
Thank you, stranger.
We won't bother your order anymore.
Well, now that we've handled that, we can go down and give them the explosive stuff.
Yes.
You make it downstairs. The order is praying to the seven, along with other deities like Bahamut, dragon gods,
Yeah.
elven gods. Pretty much every divine or good deity is worshipped here.
Hmm.
Because if you're in a dark place like this, you're going to call upon every force of good you can find. That's how dark and fucked up this is.
Oh, fun.
But as you notice, you walk down there, the candles are starting to go out.
Hmm.
And a strange organic lichen is starting to surround the statues of the various deities.
Hmm.
Similar.
Roll like a check to figure out what like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, sure, go for it.
What kind of check are you thinking?
like
Investigation.
investigation. Yeah, makes sense.
You'll probably be better at that than me.
13.
All you can tell is this realm corrupts everything. And it waxes and wanes like the moon.
Hmm.
And this certain point in the moon, you look up the night sky and the moon is waxing.
Oh.
And when it goes pure black, that's when the Dark Lords are at their strongest. And not in what little light magic exists in this realm starts to fade.
Hmm.
Even sanctuaries like this only retain a flicker of their light during these nights. Which is why it's an opportune time to strike now.
Well, then I'll maybe check the door, look outside.
Inquisitors are most of the witch hunters are still alive.
Hmm.
They're just in deep, deep headaches and deep migraines.
Okay.
Except the tiefling, he's able to keep it together.
Hmm.
We have to do it now.
I got that explosives, dude.
We got it.
Very good.
You, half elf.
Zane Lord.
Zaynor. Whatever. You're going to have to plant the explosives, mate.
I can do it.
You haven't been in this realm long enough for the dark magic to affect you.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I'll take the explosives.
For
and
me, always like,
So
sorry.
2 hours pass, and the vampire guards are starting to secure the area. Roll me stealth.
22.
You're able to plant the explosives in the right place,
Hmm.
Okay.
but it's going to be a switch.
What
Like-
is the switch? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Meaning it's Star Wars Episode 4 logic. You have to hit the right place, right time.
So I get to shoot up with a spell or something?
It's like assassinating someone with a sniper rifle. You have to make sure the wind is just right.
Yeah.
So as night falls, the villagers are brought before, and they bow their heads and get on all fours and bow before the vampire entourage. This guy only has like 20 honor guard on him, 20 soldiers.
Okay.
He's a small baron. And the giant like wraith dragon thing you saw flying above before
Mm-hmm.
lands, and coming off of it is this very thin, lice, very deathless-looking man with pale skin, pointed ears, fangs, and long black hair.
Hmm.
He's a local baron, but he's trying to put out a belly on him because of all the blood he eats and the parties he is known to attend.
Interesting.
And he has 2 slave girls with him too,
Uh-oh.
but they appear to be dead as well. Or he's like feeding on them. They're like snacks. They're not so much there for sexuality.
Oh.
They're there for him to snack on. Although he still does. He's not. He's a douchebag.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait in my spot for the perfect time.
So out coming from the village, the gnomes give a small one of their newborn babes to the vampire priest.
Children of my Babylon, you've been loyal to the Dark Empire for quite some time. You have worked in the mines and provided the holy energy for our empire in our dark crusade across Ravenloft. And your sacrifice is much appreciated. You'll continue for another year, be given the right to have food and water in this realm. Grabs the child.
Do you think that's the trigger?
He's right at the altar now.
Yes.
I'll click the trigger.
Roll me. I'm trying to think of what this be. It's like the same logic that I use for like traps and arrows.
Yeah. What would that be?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Probably.
That's a 21.
Roll me damage.
What's the damage for this?
D10.
D10.
And it was a 20. You blow it.
And you cause a giant cloud of holy water flood over the vampires.
Mm-hmm.
The main lord was a weak shriveled fuck, so he dies instantly.
Yeah.
But 12 guards are now spreading throughout the village and looking for the assailant.
Well, I'll attempt to blend in with the crowd.
Roll me stealth, everyone. Roll me stealth.
That's stuff.
Yeah, it's
So then minus 2
still
11.
15.
Actually, no, that's 18. The roll's 18, so that's 16.
As you blend in the crowd, you hear a loud sound of gunfire going off, and Inquisitors exchanging fire with the vampires. The tiefling, well done, we must flee. Now he is dead, we must evacuate. Everyone.
Everyone, we gotta get out of here.
So everyone starts flying into the Wayshire, flying into the underground tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a charisma, see how many people get out of this.
Charisma check.
15.
You're able to save like a good 2 halves of the village.
I rolled a 22 charisma.
You're able to save most of the people, but
Alright.
huge amounts of people still die, but most of them are evacuated.
Yay!
You go for another Wayshire,
Mm-hmm.
and you wind up in a very old cathedral, lined with incense and fire, and it's ran by the Inquisitors.
This place is cool.
Welcome, well done. We have new soldiers join our army. By right conscription, you two are now soldiers of mine, an apprentice.
Cool.
Should you disobey, you will be shot.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, understood.
Well, welcome to the city. And you are now in the safe city of Valentine. Valentine. Not time, Valentine.
Like the time or like
Time.
time.
Like the holiday.
Alright, thank you.
Time.
Alright.
Here you will be safe. We have spells to keep this village and the city protected.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go get drunk at the local tavern. You can find me there. What do you guys want to do?
Let's explore.
Yeah, let's actually do that. Look around.
So the cathedral, once again, is filled with every positive god you can think of. There's temples that look like Akatosh or Bahamut, the dragon god. There's the main 7 at the center of the cathedral. It's kind of like a Catholic church with the various saints and deities all in their own little corner.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be a place where the light still shines through, but it sounds like there's still darkness everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And for what you can tell, this cathedral is made up of people who are bowing down and praying wherever they can, pouring incense, giving gifts to their deities. Do you want to leave the cathedral, or do you want to like try and pray? Or you can train your magic. You can train your magic here.
I broke my oath with my deity, and I don't want to be here. Your choice.
I think I'll pray a bit. Help of God never hurts.
Your God smiles upon your deeds, your selfless sacrifice, and your courage. You go up a level.
Both of us or just him?
Just him.
Alright.
You go out in the city, and it's a sprawling, like, you know the cities from Bloodborne, Dark
Yeah.
Souls?
Never played those
It looks like a
games.
giant gothic city full of towers and
Mhm.
cathedrals and, like, old buildings, stone buildings. There's people of every race and culture of every realm here from across the multiverse. Tieflings, Drow, all of them, and they look and dress from all their different cultures throughout the cosmos, going about their day-to-day lives, gathering water, drinking, growing crops. It's still dark as fuck, and the moon is half lit, meaning since time works differently, you spend 2 weeks in the portal getting from your previous location where you are now.
Is it 2 weeks in game?
Yeah.
Oh. Is there
Down
anywhere I
down in
can-
the marketplace, you see a cobalt on top of a massive, like, barrel selling armor, goods, books, everything.
Sadly, I am poor with 0 monies. And me wants to get monies.
Hey there, tall boy. You want to make some money?
How?
You could go. How do you feel about a bit of extortion?
What's that?
Thug life. Being a bouncer, doing work for the underground, criminal underground.
The problem is soldier thing from the other guy. I don't want to get screen sniped.
All right. What do you want to do?
Well, he's in the marketplace. Is there any other like significant areas in the city?
Yeah.
There's the Grand Library, the Grand Palace. Look, the city is really ancient as hell, and most people are living inside like the way the when the ancient Roman Empire fell and all the vagrants went into the old ancient buildings and used them as like borders. Think of that.
I guess I'll go to the library. Maybe
You find
read
a
up.
massive library the size of a football field, filled with upon layer and layer of text, most of them written on human skin.
Okay, can I go to the library?
Yeah, sure.
Fun, because I'm a warlock and one of my, what's it called, those warlock evocations is lets me read any text no matter what language. I want to use devil suit to get like 100 vision, dark vision then.
So you want to search for lost magic, new knowledge?
Yeah, let's search for new knowledge and stuff.
Roll me investigation.
Investigation. That is a 0 for me, so no modifier. That is a 18. This dice is so.
You learn one new spell.
What new spell for free?
Yes.
What spell is Paladin, Warlock, or any?
Paladin.
Alright, that's weird. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Player's handbook. Sorry, can you. That's why I moved. There's so many books to open because I use so many books. Scroll. Sorry, you can keep writing, just don't have my
Right.
character
So as you're exploring the library, a small hooded woman walks up to you. She's elven, but her face is covered by a blanket.
Oh.
I've seen you before.
Seen me?
In multiple lives, in multiple timelines. The question is whether you'll survive this one. Have you yet to encounter a version of you doesn't die in this point of your life?
You're saying you've seen me die before?
Forgive me, I am a seer of the moon, of the elven moon goddess. Shali. We are seers for her. We exist in numerous planes of existence across the multiverse, and we see every outcome. I've encountered you probably 20 times this game already.
Huh. Interesting.
You have a mark of destiny upon you. For good or evil. In some outcomes, you wind up killing everyone you care and love about, becoming the very thing you hate and fear. And most others, you just die. I've yet to see anything where you survive, but you do not become the monster you once killed.
Maybe this is the one.
Perhaps. Here's a book.
I'll take it. I'll read through it.
You discover the nature of the realm, the war between the Dark Lords. Right now, there's 2 major Dark realms in Ravenloft are waging a war. The realm of the Beast and the realm of the Dead.
Who's the realm of the beast?
Worshippers of the Dark General Velakas. His is a kingdom of Lithenkarpi, werewolves and beast folk.
Lords the Hunt. Think her side. Think her side. The realm of the dead is ruled by the Necromancer Council. Most of them biased, but also some alchemists who sold their souls to the dark powers.
That would explain that.
And here's an interesting thing: the Dark Lords are not the gods of this universe. They're just servants. Each realm of Ravenloft is ruled by a Dark Lord, and it's like divided. It's like feudalism.
Yeah.
Beneath each Dark Lord is a lieutenant. The Dark Lords are selected from the worst souls in the multiverse, the most evil, diabolical, terrible people you can think of. And the true powers of this realm are the dark powers. Ancient, malevolent, alien entities that are older than time and space itself. And they exist to bring out the worst, destroy all order, all good, and just create nothing but endless chaos and hatred and evil in the souls they bring to this realm.
Interesting. Now we know, I guess, a bit more about who we're up against.
What do you want to do next?
Well, pocket that book and visit the library and the temple and the market.
There's a local store in the market for companions.
Companions.
Pets.
Yes. War pets.
Okay.
Or
Mounts.
useful.
Mounts.
Oh,
There's also a place where mercenaries hire themselves out to local adventurers.
War pets could be useful. Unless you
Okay.
think we should get a mercenary.
sadly, I have zero of any kind of.
There's a way
fancy-
to make money in this city.
Yes, I would like to make money
The
that is
pits.
illegal.
Battle pits.
What are the battle pits?
What are the rules of battle pits?
You're put into each sponsor can gather a team of their own slaves to find the pits. It's like gladiators.
Okay.
Whoever survives the most and comes out on top gains a shit ton of gold.
Well, then we have to find a sponsor.
No, you could
Or can we go in
We go
ourselves?
by ourselves.
work for the order as sponsors. You could convince the order to
Yeah.
sponsor a battle.
Sure.
Or could we maybe fight in a battle without being
Yeah,
slaves?
you
possibly?
could.
Like, could we willingly fight in a battle?
You can be players and you can be the sponsors as well.
Of yourself.
Sometimes entire teams are represented only by the sponsor themselves. That's how desperate things can get down here. A sponsor could pay to have like more people fight with them, or they can go solo it themselves. That's how desperate money is around here.
I guess we can try going ourselves as
You want
sponsors.
to fight things?
Sure.
This sounds
Alright.
fun.
And that's what
How long will you have a long rest? Actually, it won't matter because
You have a long rest. You enter the pit. It looks like a coliseum,
Ooh.
surrounded by spectators of every kind of look you can imagine.
Yeah.
And coming in front of you is a massive ogre. And that's where we'll end today's game.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I thought it was
Oh,
pretty good.
yeah.